But I guess it's time to get into our predictions here.
Yeah.
Florida versus Miami. Coming into the season, we thought worst case scenario, we're 2-1 with maybe a loss to a really good LSU team.
Yeah.
But
which is what I predicted.
Yeah. Which is what you predicted, yes.
Yeah.
But that's not where we're at now. Now we're 1-2. Billy Napier's good as gone at this point. Going on to a Miami team that looks better than like any non-Miami fan predicted as well. Like, and we look worse than anyone predicted. I mean, cousin Shane, who had us at 6-6, seemed to be the lowest on us, and he may not have been low enough on us at this point. But it felt like at worst this was going to be a must-win game to rebound against LSU, but now it feels like it doesn't even matter if we win this game because of how tough this schedule is. I mean, I said it last week. If Lagway goes out there, plays great football, and we win this game, with our schedule, now you have the chance to lose everybody. You also get the chance to win people back with the schedule. Like, you go out and be a top 10 Miami team. Or where's Miami ranked? Are they like 6th?
They're 5, I think, right?
Are they 5th?
I'm almost positive they're 5. I'm almost positive they're 5.
Let me get. Maybe I should have looked at the AP poll reactions. But looking at the AP poll, they're 4th.
4th, okay.
Why did Oregon fell 2 spots? That feels weird. Oregon's looked really good.
Oh, they were 5th yesterday. I didn't actually even see the AP poll today. Yeah. They moved up to 4th. I guess they jumped Oregon?
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay.
Yeah, Oregon's honestly looked like the best team in the country, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't quite get that one, but
they
whatever.
Played anyone crazy, but yeah. But Miami's up to 4. You go and beat a number 4 Miami. It's like the way you beat them matters. If you go out there and Carson Beck struggles, the defense keeps it close, and Lagway struggles, and you just keep it close and manage to sneak one away, then the attitude around Billy isn't going to change. It's going to be like, hey, he got his upset. He got his big win, like he's gotten every single year. But if you go out there and Lagway, Napier said this past week that Lagway showed exponential growth. Now, if Lagway goes out and actually shows that exponential growth and you beat this Miami team, maybe, because then you get Texas, you get a bye week, then you get Texas, which this Texas teams look very beatable, especially if you're getting good play from Lagway. Then you get another A&M team who's number 10 in the rankings, and they play Auburn. Like, they get both. If they beat Auburn, they'll be inside the top 10 for sure. Like, then you'll be talking about us going, 5-2 into the Georgia game, assuming you also beat Mississippi State. Like, then, then Napier could be theoretically in the position of saving his job. But we're not getting out there. We're not getting to that point, I don't think. Like, that's saying Lagway just overnight decides to stop playing some of the worst football I've seen from a Gator quarterback.
And the worst part of that is because of the hole you've dug yourself. Even if that happens, even if Florida wins that game, goes out, looks incredible, Lagway is back, your margin for error is almost gone. You could maybe lose one more game and still have a shot at making the playoffs, which I think to me, I think we're kind of on the same page coming into this year. This was about as playoff or bust as it gets coming into a season. And you're really just, the path is just not really there with what's left on the schedule. Even if Texas is as beatable as we think maybe it is, even if A&M's not as good as it looks like they may be, even if Tennessee has some issues that Georgia couldn't really take advantage of, even though they ultimately won that game. Unless all of those games are just way more manageable than they seem right now, I just don't see that happening. So, yeah, I think, that's the problem with losing that South Florida game was that didn't inherently end your season, but what's ahead, and the margin for error is pretty much gone now. So, yeah, it's hard to even get fired up about this one because you just know what's coming. Even if things work out and you catch Miami on a bad night, which could happen. It happens in this sport all the time. I don't really see the team capitalizing on it and having another late season turnaround because I don't know what's going to spark that. Last year you had, the team rallying around Billy and him being safe. You had Lagway coming in and sort of sparking the offense. Nothing's coming to save you this time. You know what I mean?
No. This is revisionist history I will not allow. Ryan here. I'm a diehard Gator fan. I don't understand why people think DJ Lagway was so great to begin with. He was nothing more than average. This is just not true, man. Lagway was a really good QB. Now, obviously, you're going to look at the stat sheet and it's going to show 9 interceptions, but this is just not watching the tape. Lagway was really good last year, even not just for a freshman. He was a really good player last year. A lot of different analytical points would also support that. I mean, Will Miles, if you know him, he has his own quarterback rating sheet, and it was really high on Lagway. And now Lagway is not doing up this year. Ryan, you're proving my point. Pull up the stats. You're box score watching.
I just point out, if you want a box score watch, dude averaged 10 yards per attempt last year as a true freshman.
Yes.
In the meat of an SEC schedule.
Now, Lagway struggled this year. He's been really bad this year. That's not what we're arguing here. And that's not what I'm arguing here. But saying Lagway was average last year is just beyond crazy. Like, his 5 interceptions this year in that one game. Sorry, not this year. He has 6 interceptions now?
Yeah, 6 this year.
His 6 interceptions this year would probably all be inside the top 7 of his worst interceptions from last year. Like, he has legitimately just gotten worse or regressed or injured or whatever it is. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to allow this revisionist history to get out there. He looks uncomfortable now.
Yeah, I mean, he was flawed. Like, he wasn't perfect. He made mistakes last year. But there was a level of comfort and confidence I don't think he's had from the moment he stepped down on the field against Long Island this year. Even in that game, when he was...
No, he was like...
I mean, he was statistically very impressive. He was 15 of 18 for 100, however, and 3 touchdowns. Like, but you could tell even from then that he wasn't confident the same way.
Half of these picks, he couldn't take care of the ball. What do you have, 9 or 6 picks? Half of these picks weren't on him not taking care of the ball. A Hail Mary, multiple tipped passes, a receiver falling over. Like, those aren't interceptions that are because he couldn't take care of the ball.
He's also a true freshman. He was perfect. Like, he's also literally was a true freshman.
It doesn't even matter. Like, half of those 9 picks, if you don't stat box score watch, he had less turnover-worthy plays than he did interceptions.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of says the entire story right there. I don't care he threw an interception on a Hail Mary to end the half against Texas A&M. Or he's getting hit in that Miami game as he throws the ball right away. Like, I don't put those on DJ Lagway. And if you want to go and box score watch and be like, oh, the signs were on the table, like, go ahead. I can't stop you. But, like, it's just not the case, man.
I mean, he's clearly gotten worse is the thing. Like, it's not even that he hasn't developed. He has gotten considerably worse.
You know, the fact that there are multiple AP ballots that still have Florida inside their top 15 is mind-blowing.
Dude, I just can't believe how much people talked about this last week. I mean, it's stupid. It's like also
it's that same girl too.
Is it? Oh, great.
And
it's just
Virginia
cares. I don't really get why people care so much about the AP poll in general. Like, it literally just doesn't matter.
An LSU writer has us inside the top 15.
Oh, okay. I think that was also. I remember Dan Cannell made a big deal about that guy last week.
Yeah, an LSU writer and that one girl for USC.
Yeah.
Wait, I've lost.
I think
every game
watched.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
I'll say he did look worse against FSU and Tulane than he did against Ole Miss and
he was also
LSU,
playing on a bum hamstring. He was also literally playing on a bum hamstring. Like,
but
I don't know. I think you're being a little uncharitable to the way a true freshman played coming in down the stretch last year. That's all.
Yeah, Lagway has pressure on him to carry the whole team. Maybe it is pressure, way of the world it feels on him, but yeah, I'm not going to let this revisionist history stand for him not looking good last season. There is a reason multiple people were ranking him as the best quarterback in the country coming to this year. Like, if he was playing like this last year, there would be 0 people ranking him as the number 1 QB coming into the year.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you would have had 0 hype if this is the way he was playing.
But he carried us to the victory last year against LSU, and this year he carried us to the loss.
I mean, I also think Anthony, before we do that real quick, I think Anthony Richardson also regressed in Billy Napier's offense. Like, I think Anthony Richardson You don't think Anthony Richardson looked worse in 2022 than when we saw him come in 2021? Because I do.
No, because remember what we saw from Anthony Richardson in 2021. He had a splash plays against FAU and USF. He missed a couple of games, didn't really come on the field until LSU, where he had some big plays, but he also had 2 interceptions. Then he started the Georgia game and was absolutely horrible. And then he missed a couple of games until the FSU game where he was okay. Like, Anthony Richardson wasn't that great. Besides, he had a couple big plays, which you hoped you would see. Like, I don't really think he regressed. Like, I felt like he was
I
the
kind of
exact
think
thing
his vision and reading, I don't know. I kind of disagree. I feel like his vision and reading the field looked a lot better in a Dan Mullen offense than it did in the Billy offense, but might just have to agree to disagree there.
Yeah. But yeah, maybe. Okay, let's get back into this Florida-Miami game here. You know, I think our defense against the Miami offense can have some good success here. Now, I think who has better weapons, Miami or LSU?
I'm inclined to say Miami right now.
Now, were LSU's weapons... Now, I'm not saying if you include the QB play, like just weapons only.
Yeah, I assume you meant like skill position. You mean like skill position, right? You mean like receivers and running backs? Yeah, I think I'd say Miami. Yeah.
Okay. That's a take there because sorry, that's an interesting take. You know, Aaron Anderson gets a lot of hype. He's a really good player. Did Nick Anderson even get a single catch in this game?
No, he's had a quiet start to the year. Barry and Brown also has. Like, that's the main reason I say that is a lot of those additions just haven't made a ton of noise. Like, it's Chris Hilton and Aaron Anderson kind of running the show right now on offense for LSU.
If Shannon Dawson was the LSU OC and if Carson Beck was the quarterback for LSU throwing to these weapons, do you still think your answer would be the same?
Maybe. I mean, I think we've seen more from Malachi Toney and CJ Daniels, which is hilarious because CJ Daniels was on this LSU team last year and didn't do anything.
This is where I think the difference is. Miami's RB room is much better. And
I agree. That's what I was also going to say. I think Caden Durham's a good player, but I think the rest of the totality of Miami's running back room is far better.
Yeah, I'll say from a wide receiver standpoint, I think wide receivers alone, not including anything, I still like LSU's a little bit more. But like, I don't know if I'm really sold on CJ Daniels or as much. Like, his 1 touchdown catch, as great as it was, I feel like that was also a horrible safety play. Like, I feel like you take away that, it's like he had a touchdown catch against USF, I know, but like, yeah, I don't know. I think the receivers I still think are pretty close, but then the running room and the offensive line is where Miami looks a lot better.
I also think Beck is just better than Garrett Nussmeier.
Yeah,
I know is kind of a hot take because I know that's not what I was saying coming into the year. I've changed my mind on that a little bit, but I just really not impressed with LSU's offense. It's going to get them. Like, that's the thing. I don't walk away from this. So they might make the playoff, but they're going to run into trouble in one of these games here in a little bit because they can't move the ball particularly well. They haven't been able to in any of their 3 games, including one against Louisiana Tech. So I think they're gonna run into trouble there. I think Miami's been a lot better. Granted, Miami's played USF and Notre Dame, so it's not like they've had just a joke of a start themselves. You know, they've played some competition. So,
yep. So I think our defense can have success early. What I think will be the problem is if our offense is just giving away the ball. Or I mean, the offense was having decent success. Like, they would get a couple first downs and then punt or throw interception. Like, that's how this LSU game went. I think who is the better defense? I think LSU, right?
Yeah, dude. I think LSU's defense is like maybe like one of, if not the best in the country, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm fully sold on LSU's defense yet because of how bad Lagway looked. But yeah, I mean,
and maybe Klubnik's just not good either. But if we're gonna like assume that Lagway,
I've seen Klubnik against Troy and Georgia Tech.
Maybe. I mean, they held Louisiana Tech to like 100 yards or something like that. So I mean, I feel confident saying LSU's defense is at the very least
They still got Jeff
very good.
Driscoll.
What?
Louisiana Tech. They still
Louisiana
have
Tech,
Jeff Driscoll.
yeah. He's got a 15th year.
Yeah, 15th year. But yeah, I mean LSU's defense is definitely better than Miami, so maybe we have a bit more success. I mean, it's also like their defense is also Miami's defense is definitely better than USF's, which on a by play basis, our offense was actually pretty good, or it was really good in the first half against USF, but second half definitely stalled a bit more. But yeah, here Miami LSU's much better on the back end, but Miami's D line is better.
That's probably
Now,
fair.
I mean,
I think I agree with that.
You think LSU's it is.
Yeah. Sorry,
Now,
man.
I think that's an interesting thing here. I don't think Miami's defensive coordinator is all that known for blitzing. Like, I'm pretty sure that's why they brought him in to be a safer, kind of like what Ron Roberts has done here. It's a bit safer, not giving up big plays type of style of defense here. Which now LSU bringing the blitz is what made their defense so great last night against Florida. And if Miami, if they don't bring blitzes,
in week one, they did that against
and in week one
too. Yeah,
that's what I think is making LSU so much better. And Miami doesn't do that. I think our guys in the offensive line can handle one-on-ones at a decent rate here. Like Bain, Mesidor, Taylor, like these guys are going to are going to win. So I'm like, great players win even against great players. Like someone has to win. And I think ours will win some, ours will lose some. Like that's how the game will go. But I don't know if the pressure will be there like it was against LSU. And also you have to question Miami secondary still.
Yeah. I kind of think, I mean, man, if you're saying LSU's played no one, can we just say your best win is an 0-2 Notre Dame team? Like I
still
think
ranked,
that
by the way.
I think that needs to be said. Yeah. I just feel like I had to put that out there. Anyway, no, I think kind of what you said is sort of how, I mean, we'll get into predictions obviously here in a minute, but like that's kind of how I see this game playing out. I think Florida will have a little bit more offensive success in this game. Just for one, the fact that I think it's statistically very unlikely DJ Lagway throws 5 interceptions again. I think that's probably not going to happen. And I think Florida can just do a little bit more maybe against this Miami defense. I do think Miami's offense is going to get more on this Florida defense than LSU was able to, though.
That's fair. Yeah, I think we could see. Now, I thought we actually had a really good scripted first drive of the LSU game. I think we could see that again until, that the drive obviously ended up fading out. But I thought we had a good scripted first drive. We got a field goal, I'm pretty sure. I could see us doing that against Miami. The dog in the background. Sorry about that, but
Melissa, I'm not hating on Miami's wins. I'm hating on the idea that LSU hasn't played anybody, but Miami has. Like, you can't argue both. If Notre Dame's a good win, then Clemson's a good win, and Florida at home's a good win. Like, I mean,
yeah, I'm right there with you. I mean, Miami's defense could be better. I mean, when does LSU faces Ole Miss in a couple weeks? Don't they?
Yeah.
Like that's probably when we'll get a real sense of what this LSU defense is. If they can go out there and have a really good game against Ole Miss. But yeah, I mean, based on the talent kind of expectations as well, I'd lean LSU pretty easily. But I think we could come out here, maybe get a first drive touchdown and get some momentum, and maybe get a couple stops, keep this a close game in the first half. I think I could see us doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Florida just gets absolutely embarrassed in this game. I mean, they didn't look. You threw 5 picks on the road at night in Death Valley and didn't get embarrassed. So I have a hard time believing it's going to be embarrassing. I mean, it was embarrassing in its own way, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We're not going to lose by 50.
Yeah, I don't really see like. Yeah, I don't see like a 49-10 or something like that happening here. I don't think. I think both good and bad. Like, I don't think Florida is built to win games big. I also don't really think Florida is built to lose games like that. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not particularly confident. I mean, 41-17. Like, yeah, I think Florida's defense was struggling in that game in a way that it hasn't really struggled since the first 3 weeks of last season.
And the Texas game.
Yeah, but I mean, they were down like 5 starters on defense in that game, right? Yeah.
But I mean, hey, Eric Salter here,
Eric,
35-17.
you're our
You know,
strongest soldier, Eric. Thank you.
should I change my pick right now? Because of Eric, you inspired me, Eric. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll change the
Eric.
pick.
I feel so confident now because of Eric. Thank you.
No, but I think we can keep this close in the first half. I think
Yeah.
maybe Miami will also miss a couple plays because all the pressure. Game day is going to be at Miami. I almost guarantee every single picker is going to pick Miami. All the pressure is going to be on Miami. And I think that could get to them early on. But then in the second half, I think, I don't think it's going to be a splattering, but I think it's going to be pretty clearly Miami's the better team.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of essentially where I'm at. I have a feeling we're going to be fairly close here in terms of score prediction.
Like I said, Mario will look to run it up. Will he be able to? Is he going to be in a position to run it up? I think is a question. Like, Billy's going to run up the clock. We were running the clock.
That's the thing. Billy plays ball
with
control.
The ball.
Like, yeah.
I was so annoyed last night. 4 minutes left. We have the ball around the 45, and we're still taking the entire play clock. Like, there's no rush to the offense. Like, what are they doing?
I mean, Melissa concerns us in the sense that I think we've both telegraphed pretty heavily we're not picking Florida to win this game.
Game, it was like Florida struggled this year, but like that USF loss, like there's so many fluky things that happened in it. I knew Miami was going to go out there and beat USF pretty handedly. Like, and there's a certain points where the score doesn't matter that much. Like, you guys were better, we were better than USF. We didn't get the win, obviously, but yeah. I mean, what I expected to happen happened in that game.
Yeah.
Mario will also have 100 recruits there. Again, Billy
Mario,
probably
like, I don't know what makes you think like. I mean, I don't think Mario can just run games up at will.
No,
I think you guys are overinflating your own. Or you're not. I don't think. I'm not sure this guy's a Miami fan. I think he's a Florida fan. But I think some of the Miami fans in here are overrating their own coach's abilities a little bit, and just ability to dominate the way a game is played, considering he single-handedly loses you like 2 a year.
Yeah. We're also not going to use transitive property here to decide these gate picks.
Yeah, I mean,
that's something college football has proven time and time again does not work.
Miami beating the brakes off USF doesn't worry me more than just the watching Florida play last night. That's the thing that worries me. It's not what happened in the Miami USF game.
Yeah. Mario isn't focused on the outside noise. I mean, maybe he should be and take a knee instead of running the ball.
Yeah, maybe you should like learn how to just end a game.
No, but yeah, I think Miami's a better team. Are we ready to get into our picks, or is there anything else we got?
I think we can get into the picks. I think we've gotten the things we want to say about this game across.
Yeah. I'll answer your question, and we'll answer your question in a minute here, Ryan. But
yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah,
Ryan.
I guess we'll get into our picks. I think this is a game that going into halftime might be like 13-7 Miami. Maybe 13-10. Maybe that play happens there. But then in the second half, I think Miami's gonna have like a long drive, or whoever, like Miami's gonna have a long drive early in that second half and kind of put the game away. Like it'll still be in a range, kind of like how this LSU game was, where once Lagway threw that pick 6 and LSU went up 10, like the game wasn't over, but like it felt like it was over with how our offense was playing. And I think that's how this game will go. But I think we'll get a late score. I'm gonna take Miami to win 30-17.
Okay, we're pretty close. Yeah, I think I'll just say, I mean, I agree with you. I have 31-14 Miami.
Okay.
I kind of see it playing out as a game.
No, we're gonna kick a field goal.
You're probably right, but that's just the math that felt right. Those are just the numbers that feel good in my head. Because I kind of see it being a game that's like 24-14 late, and Florida has a chance to maybe do something and make it happen, and then there's like a turnover or a mistake or something, and that kind of allows Miami to do something that makes it look a little bit more lopsided than it felt, but like that's still pretty lopsided. But that's like I think Florida's defense is too good for Miami to embarrass them because, again, LSU couldn't last night. I mean, Florida gave LSU, again, LSU scored 13 points off 5 interceptions, like at home. Like, I mean, I think I think the Miami fans here are underestimating Florida's defense, which again didn't give up anything to South Florida. Didn't give up anything to South Florida.
That's true.
The
They had
one
one
thing
big
was
play.
on a free play that was because of coach. That was the fault of coaching. It was
And Sharif Denson
well,
just
yeah, I mean,
taking the corner.
The fact that Florida was even in that position was because of coaching.
Yeah, the fact Florida wasn't. That's fair. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, Miami. I wouldn't say I'd be shocked if we win this game because it's also Mario Cristobal. Like, I know we kind of wanted to say this going into the year that Billy's fixed things. I mean, plenty of people, including yourself, and I still had it in the back of my mind that Billy was going to find a way to ruin things. But Mario, someone who's also done that at a pretty high level in his tenure at Miami and back at Oregon. Guys, Miami is not.
Do you mean it's a less talented team? Because, like, on paper, it is.
Yeah. Like, Florida's defense right here, 2 touchdowns through 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Interesting. Beck gets rattled very easily. And I'll say, I said going into that Miami Notre Dame game that I was worried about Notre Dame's pass rush. And if they couldn't get to Beck, then it could be open season for Beck to go out there and, dot up that Notre Dame defense, which I think our pass rush hasn't been phenomenal.
No.
But, like, I still don't think we've had much of the opportunity to get a pass rush because of the style of offense we've played. I think Miami's would be more likely if we were to break out on the pass rush side. Miami's probably the game where you could.
Yeah.
Skippity. Mario wants his shoe back from Cormani McLean. Hey, Cormani McLean's looked pretty cool so far.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of positives on defense. It's a shame that this is the way the season's going because there's a lot of things I think to be optimistic about with the defense, but it doesn't really matter if you're playing like this.
No, but yeah, we both got Miami here. You got them 31-14. I got them 30-17. Either way, I feel like that's probably both are enough to result in the firing of Billy Napier.
Agreed.
But there's still part of me that hopes that Lagway can just turn things back on. And go out there and get a nice win against a rival.
Yeah, I wish I could say I had that belief, but I'm just really not there right now. I think I don't think these issues are getting fixed for Florida. That's not to say they're not going to win one of these. No. I think they probably will, just because that just seems to be the Billy Napier experience. I don't really think.
Well, if we don't win this one, is the Billy Napier experience going to win?
Yeah,
one?
We might be talking about the Ron Roberts experience at that point, and I don't know what the Ron Roberts experience entails. Guy has a little bit of head coaching experience at the FCS level, and that's about all we got. So,
yeah.